Hey, Cancer, what's up? Apologies in advance if this reading glitches or the screen gets blurry. We are on Scotch tape and baling wires. All right, YouTube was a little overwhelmed this morning, not acting right. And my other software was, it pops up one signal bar. I have no clue why. And I asked them about it multiple times, nothing changes. So just bear with me. If you can hear me, the messages are coming across. Literally, the story of my life, Scotch tape and baling wire. But I'm still Archer. Hi, what up, Cardinal Water Sign? You? Looking good, feeling happy, better be, gonna be. So let's tap in and tune and see what's going on for you and the one on your mind. And remember, it is Hollow Week here at Archer. So we'll be doing a little ghost stories at the end of each of the readings, all right? I'm gonna be, gather around, Archer's Fireside Chats. Are you afraid of the dark stuff? All right, after the reading, I will continue where we left off at Gemini the other day, telling you about how Paul McCartney died in 1966 in a car accident and was replaced by a lookalike, all right? So hang around at the end. Happy Halloween. Okay, that's enough. Anyways, tap me in, think about your person, and God, tap me in, tune me into Cancer's energy. Let's see what we got for Cancerian energy. Hey, Punky. What up, Cappy Goat? Allie Angel. Hey, Stephanie. What you guys up to? Lindsay's here. E. What up, E? How's it going? Hey, Sarah, I'm good. How you doing? I'm still waking up from the all signs last night. If you missed it, you should go check it out. It was deep readings. It was good times. We had a good time there. But, okay, now let's see what's up for you. All right, let's do it to it. All right, God, give me everything you got for Cancer. Let's do this to us. Tap me in, tune me into Cancer's energy. Give me everything you got. Let's do it. Whatever message comes out, highest to greatest good. Do not worry. I got you covered. All right, let's go for it. Here we go. Hey, Namira. Perfect. I have the High Priestess that popped out reversed, along with the Seven of Swords popping out upright with the Seven of Cups at the bottom. You have some truth coming out in the week ahead that you find out they did not move on to a third party. There wasn't ever a third party, and you're the only party they want to party with. Apparently, you're fighting for your right to party. Somebody should make a song about that. That's cool. All right. Ooh, I'm hearing, oh my gosh, I haven't heard that song in a minute. I'm hearing I Swear. Was that Boys to Men or was it All for One? I'm trying to remember that. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. There's a reason I just play bass. Anyways, that song is it All for One, Sarah? Okay, cool, thanks. All right, that song may resonate. Let's go. I got a song, I got some stuff, and I got some cards popping. So let's see what we got. It's been a wild one, you know, right? Scorpio season. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, hey, Molly. Stop the presses. And now, breaking news. Over to you, Cancer. Let's go. 2 shuffle. I like that. I always wanted to be a newscaster. 1 and 2. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. So let's love this deck for the crazy cool Cancerians. Cancer don't want no scrubs, TLC style. I'd probably be more of a Harry Carey as a newscaster. I'd probably be on news, be like, so, hey, so what was it like when you dated that Virgo? Let's just go have a nice cold Budweiser by the pool. I don't have glasses. Well, I do, but I ain't wearing them. Anyways, all right, let's go. Current conditions, the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups. They're taking over your reading and they still want to be with you. If you guys are married, it ain't going to a divorce. If you never made it to marriage, it's gonna. This is literally like skipping the devil. It's literally skipping an apology and coming in with a marriage proposal. Instead of just being like, hey, I'm sorry about everything. It's just kind of like, I can't lose you again. Let's just get married. Y'all, Brittany, did you see this? I think Cancer in your person made JOP it. You guys, oh, y'all hooked up. Anyways, it is that season. Chariot to the devil, 2 of Pentacles. The devil's got you thinking this is going in the wrong direction, but you're going to beat the devil and come back in on this. 10 of Swords. Whatever message is coming your way, it's going to put an end to a lot of overthinking. I dig that for you. Hey, Chumba. What up, what up? All right, let's see. I would love to be that's what I wanted to be, as a meteorologist. I made it through a lot of the science classes and whatnot for meteorology. I didn't make it through Specs Howard Broadcasting, and then I went into business. So it's a thing. But anyhow, all right, current conditions. I'm going to see how long I can hold the broadcaster voice. Let's find out and not fall into my Midwestern accent or my Southern accent. Let's see where it goes, y'all. That was a drastic failure. Anyways, current conditions at Cancer. Somebody put some Weather Channel music behind me. We have the 4 of Cups approaching into the 5 of Wands that leads to the Knight of Cups. there's an incoming love offer on the warm front that somebody with the Five of Wands is training for. Because with the Four of Cups, it's see, I can't do that. I can't do it. You're not one, and then the Valley Boy voice comes in. Oh, all right, let's go catch some wicked waves. Okay, you're not wanting to walk away from this wave at the moment. Four of Cups, Jonah's anger. But it's almost like you're feeling like you have no choice, right? And Five of Wands, Leo Cancer energy. I was just talking about that at the beginning to TikTok. How Cancer Leo connections always come out on this. Some of you guys could be cuspers, or you may have some strong Leo in your chart, like a Venus or a rising sign, something like that. I really feel on this, though, it's all of this has you really disappointed. Even with the Five of Wands to the Knight of Cups, it's like those of you that your intuition are peaking and you're like, I want to believe that this is going to work out, but I really don't know if it's going to. With that devil deeper in the energies, the devil's trying to taunt you. And that's what's keeping you in Four of Cups, right? Because it's like all of this has you disappointed, like how things went, why it got out of hand so fast. That might even have you Four of Cups questioning, why did it get out of hand so fast? How did this happen? But the Five of Wands, I always see that in a more of like a Rider-Waite style, where it shows, the dudes fighting with the wands, but it's actually like training for that Six of Wands victory that's approaching. That with the Knight of Cups, Scorpio energy tells me Scorpio season is where this accumulates and comes together. Because remember, we all take on energies of whatever sign we're currently in. So at the moment, we're all learning what it feels like to be a Scorpio. Okay? And some of you guys could even be dealing with a Scorpio. The thing about it is like, as much as you didn't expect it to go this way, you also didn't want it to end. And with this Four of Cups and the Knight of Cups, the Scorpio Cancer energy, some of you guys, have you noticed like it always rains when you're sad, or there's always like weather stuff happening? Maybe that's why we got into that whole meteorologist discussion at the beginning of the reading. The weather ties to you. You're sad, it rains. You're upset, there's a storm, things like that, right? Some of you guys could even experience or be already experiencing a form of like maybe seasonal depression a little bit on the Four of Cups, because now, depending on what climate you're in, it's either getting really hot and sticky and muggy, or it's getting really cold and clammy and rainy and muggy, right? And it's like, some of you guys absolutely hate the snow, which is weird because I used to love it, but now I'm in the same boat. But you know what I mean? And then it winds up leaving you like feeling frustrated or irritated and wondering why it's not going anywhere, right? I'll get clarifiers on it to see, because I feel like you're really trying to stay as logical as possible about things and also standing your ground with the Leo vibes in here, okay? Fixed energy. They're the fixed fire sign because you know what you want. You know where your passions are, even though you may feel like you don't have any muses right now, nothing to really perk you up and get you through the day. A lot of what's on your mind, it's not what they said, but how they said it and that hurts you. Five of Wands, and you've had it locked into your mind ever since it happened, maybe even to the point of leaving you questioning Four of Cups, like questioning God, like, why did this happen? Why did I even meet them if this is how this was going to go? But your story's not over yet. You don't have the full answer as to why you met this person yet, because the contract has not fully been fulfilled. This is deeper. I mean, even if this is a twin flame that I'm reading for, or a soulmate connection, you guys have a contractual thing between you guys. It's in your blueprints. And even what's going on right now is part of said blueprint. That's heavy. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get clarifiers to see where that goes for sure. Now, let's get into your person, all right? Past, present, or future, judgment-free zone. You are allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want. My title here is just Tarot Reader, not Tarot tell you what to do. None of us tell you what to do. You got free will too. We're just the map readers. Got a lot of Leo energy in this thing. Sagittarius is here though too, along with more Scorpio and Virgo coming in with Aquarius. You got the Eight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Hermit, Five of Swords into the Six of Cups on the Strength card. Gemini here with that Ten of Swords, and Capricorn on the Knight of Pentacles. See how you feel like your future, your marriage, and everything is being delayed and the devil's got you, right? Two of Pentacles shows you can beat it and you can come through that. That Chariot, your major arcana with the Queen of Wands, shows it's not over for you in love yet, okay? Two of Pentacles, it's like you're at that point of a very big decision. Do you follow the doubt the devil's planting in your head? Or do you, Two of Pentacles, choose to take the high road in your Chariot, which is what the Emperor drives into a great battle that you've been Five of Wands training for, that you're going to return victoriously from. Hope that makes sense. Told you, these were deep messages this week. All right. See, there's still movement in the Eight of Wands. They're still coming your way. This is not over on this Page of Cups to make a younger offer. Maybe there's an age difference for some of you guys, possibly. But I'm really feeling a lot like, especially in the Five of Swords, in the Six of Cups, another card about the age difference, but it's almost like a difference in maturity. So the back and forth became a lot to handle. Like when things were good, you guys were both pretty happy. Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, got your drop top down, you're cruising the streets, enjoying the time. I do see a memory of like the man putting their hand on the girl's leg while driving. That might be a memory that resonates to some of you guys, okay? But I'm mic'd up. Why am I amplified so loud? I don't have a good volume control. Whatever. That's another problem with me in newscasting. Watch this. Watch. I can't do it. Why are we having so much fun right now, Cancer? Probably because life sucks and we got to have fun. That's true. All right. So, okay. When things were good, oh God, it's starting to sound like a 2020 special. When things were good, they were good. But then at the moment when things got bad, the passive aggressive comments said to Cancer started making Cancer feel like Cancer wasn't good enough for them. And none of the neighbors suspected a thing. No. Some of you guys might have lived together. Some of you guys might even still do, making it really awkward right now, right? But the way they would throw their little passive aggressive comments, that left you in that form of like, it's almost like they verbally beat you into submission in a way. An emotional, mental strain can be more so tiring than physical strain, right? Some of you guys have been working on your health too. Maybe getting back into the gym, wanting to get walking, something like that, getting a little more connected with yourself, getting into yoga, spiritual practices, meditations, things like that, okay? Some of you guys are even praying more, or some of you guys have recently found religion or turned to it. That's cool. Aw. Your person's going through a big awakening, especially for those of you who they might not have believed, or like they might have thought they were a little John Lennon bigger than Jesus or God type of a vibe. They've been going through a Five of Swords humbling on this, okay? So you might even find out they've been seeing a doctor, going to maybe like, because the Hermit card, Virgo energy, Virgo rules over the 6th house. It's my Dr. House in the Zodiac. It's John the Baptist in the Bible tarot, but similar. I get it. Pulls me some John Rockefeller vibes. You might find out that they've started seeking therapy, getting help, right? Something like that. Could be anger management courses. They may be suggesting couples counseling to you guys in the future. Five of Swords, though, on the 6 of Cups. They do see you as a bit of a blessing in their life. Some of you guys, there might be kids involved. If not, they've been dreaming or fantasizing about having kids with you. Whoa. We're probably going to see an Ace of Wands at some point. Oh boy. Anyways, oy vey. The silence between you two, though, it's caused them on the Five of Swords to look inward. So I got to see what's up with that, okay? It's like they don't want you to walk away from them, but they're also fearing that you already have. And with the Strength card, Daniel in the Lion's Den, they're feeling pretty kind of much a lot on their own. I think they've pushed everybody out of their life. Interesting. All right, could be dealing with a Leo. You got some strong Leo and Scorpio energy. That's fixed vibes. I said I was going to use a stained glass tarot. I said that to TikTok. I got to keep my promises. I always keep my promises. Okay. Yeah, strong Leo and Scorpio vibes sticking out here. Then Sagittarius is here. Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be another Cancer. And just a lot of Leo. Okay, let's tap in. Doesn't have to be their sun sign, but it's totally part of their chart activating when I ask them about you. And I don't know, I pulled it off that 6 of Cups, but somewhere there's a dream about buttering your crab legs. So let's go. I give up. White flag, white flag. 5 of Cups. Wow, the 5 of Cups clarifying the 4 of Cups. You're depressed. None of this was supposed to work this way. Some of you guys, you or your person could be life path number 5 or born on the 5th, 15th through the 25th. The Moon card, Pisces, just entered the chat with Sagittarius energy, the 9 of Swords, and the Strength card. No wonder you're feeling some type of way. There's a lot of major arcana, which major arcana signifies major planetary shifts that we don't have any control over. We can't stop Mercury from retrograding, right? Even Earth retrogrades. Think of what that does, okay? everything always has to find its way back to proper balance with temperance. You're in a powerful manifestation place. And here's the weird part. You're manifesting it out of a place of lack. Like you're fearing the worst. The devil's been taunting you. Nothing's going to work out. My life sucks. And yet you're manifesting it almost like you got to be a high level chosen one, because it's like God's like, just you wait, Cancer. Just you wait. All right. Everybody gets mad at their dad from time to time. All right. And what's coming in though? In the silence, there's more going on behind the scenes. I do see this retrograde will allow you to make a lot more sense of what happened and be able to find some clarity through their actions. And it'll let you know exactly why this happened and where it's going. The moon card represents the fears of the unknown that the sun card sheds light onto. All right. Some of you guys, this has been going on since the most recent eclipse season. Some of you guys, it's been going on for a while. And remember, there's no time in tarot. All right. This could be 6 hours, 6 days, 6 years, 6 lifetimes. Right. All right. The thing about this is, this retrograde is going to allow you both to release the lessons that have been learned in order to move forward and come into a fresh, clear mindset without dwelling on the lessons that have already been accomplished. Like, you know how like they would bring stuff up to you all the time? Like months would go by and they would be like, oh, by the way, do you remember on the night of like July 13th, 2 years ago when you said that thing? And you're like, huh? What? I thought we were past that part. And then it would come back up and then you let it down. There's a way that those lessons on this retrograde are getting cycled out to allow you guys to move forward. Okay. It's with the way the planets are lining up, especially Jupiter is going to do a little retrograde action in your sign. That might make it feel like all the good stuff all of a sudden got taken away from you, but it'll direct back in. It's like it's calibrating itself, getting itself lined up. Okay. It's going to let you guys it's going to allow for the healing to happen. Okay. Even in the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy and the silence that this represents, while you're up all night playing, staring at the ceiling on repeat because your sleep patterns are messed up and your dreams are freaking you out, right? You guys totally take turns at who initiates the dreams. Sometimes some of your dreams, they initiate first and you enter into their dreams. Some of them you initiate first and they enter into it. You guys are still connected on a telepathic level. That's one of the big signs that tells me this thing goes deep, where like the contract has you, like, you know how like you've got some exes in your past that you're like, I could totally forget about, like, remember your first crush, stuff like that, right? You're like, oh yeah, I'm talking about it in a minute, but you can't get this person off your mind. It's the whole come into your life for a season or a reason. This person is still in for a reason because the story's not over yet. All right. Actually, it's the boring part of the movie where everybody goes off to go through their days before coming back together, but the movie's not over yet. That's the thing. Seven of Pentacles, there's still lessons being learned. And yep, the social media posts they're making are they're trying to get your attention, so you're right. And then you got like, you know, the Evan Cates that are liking your stuff, or that random weird profile that's liking your stories or snooping. It's them. It's them. They got you blocked, and then they got the private profile. I can't even keep track of the Archer profiles. I don't got time for fake profiles. You know what I mean? But look at that. Knight of Pentacles to the Devil. You guys are syncing up, and your energies are coming together nice because you got the same thing down here. Knight of Pentacles and the Devil. You're syncing up and going to beat the devil at its own game in this one. I mean, that Devil card showing up on repeat, the thing about it is, it's like you've been carrying all the responsibilities for this the whole time, blaming yourself and being like, Knight of Pentacles to the Magician. What could I have done differently? Could I have handled this any better? But yet that was not, no, it took both of you guys to cause this, just like it's taking both you guys to fix this. And you guys are independently working on it. Even for those of you that do still live together and it's awkward and there's no talking, in your guys' brains, stuff's being worked on and changed behind the scenes. Okay? Some of you guys might even be doing the same thing and working to better yourself, going to therapy, even things like hypnotherapy or binaural beats, even just using a sound machine. But I keep seeing feathers. Some of you guys are going to start, either you're going to start seeing or you have already been seeing feathers on your path or in some really weird places, right? That's a little bit of signs of like a DM or a text message or something coming in. All right. Guardian angels are speaking to you. Strong Pisces energy on that. Pisces, Sagittarius is here. Some more Scorpio and more Leo. There's strong Scorpio and Leo on this whole thing. And then you've got a lot of Gemini, but then there's Taurus, Virgo's here still, Aquarius, Gemini. Wow, interesting. A lot of fixed energy in this reading. Two of Cups. See? Eight of Swords into the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you both want to talk, but with the Knight of Wands, it's at a point at the moment where things are getting fixed still. So if there is silence right now, right, it's that work is still being done. As soon as you guys both level up, which tell me you're there, they're catching up. They had some hard demons to face. So you got through and you're working through yours. One of the demons you're working through is blaming yourself for everything, right? Why does everybody always leave me? Why do I always wind up alone? What am I doing wrong? You've done some work internally and you're going deeper in the week ahead, deeper into yourself. Hermit vibes too. You know, back when I had my car accessory company, which was the company I started that was the reason I didn't go into broadcast journalism, I used to tell, you know, all the cars, even back around that time, around 2010 and that, they were all like plastic and you would break that stuff, right? And when I would have techs I was hiring and training how to do it, and they would break a piece of a dashboard or a door panel, I'd always look at them and be like, hey, it's not what you break, it's what you fix. Keep going. It's already broke, right? Same thing applies to this for both of you guys. However, the Two of Cups, it's not what you break, it's what you fix for yourselves. The time apart is because both of you guys had some work to do, right? You're doing really well at it because you're both strength card, Daniel and Lion's Den, which is showing that you want to talk, but there's a few things that God's lining up to get finished in order to be ready. Because this time, Two of Cups, when you come together, this is the one that lasts forever, Knight of Wands. It's a green flag. So all this stuff's got to be like, boom. Everything's got to be perfect lined up so that you guys can face the trials and tribulations, devil energy that will, you know, plague anybody throughout life. All right? I dig it. All right. Some of you guys could be born on the 2nd or the 7th, the 27th, maybe the 8th, the 18th, 28th. A lot of repeating 8s are following you, which is a nice, abundant, and infinite cycle that you're coming into. The 23rd is here, the 13th, maybe even the 30th. I'm also seeing the 17th and the 9th coming out. Ooh, the 4th too. Neat. So you guys could be Independence Day babies. That's cool. You get fireworks on your birthday, lucky Cancer. All right. Death card to the Chariot. There is so much Scorpio and Leo energy on this reading. Death card, Chariot. They're changing for you. You're in more of a boss-up energy than you know because they're stalking you too, and they want to make this work. 6 of Wands. Caitlin Petty riding in on a white horse for a sellout concert. The Chariot to the Death card, though. So the thing about this is you're on their mind, and I don't say this often, but this one warrants it. And if I'm not allowed to say it, God will stop my throat chakra. But I'm going to actually give the Crosswatcher a point on this because at the moment, they're putting themselves through hell to try to change for you. They could be fighting off some kind of a major addiction or a mindset change, leaving people, friends, family, with something like that. They're going through something very drastic, and it may even involve around their health, their stability, right? In order to do this for you, because they've tried to walk away from you when this fight went down. They can't walk away from you any more than anybody else. It's like I'm reading to the same people. Well, I mean, it's you and your person. But dude, if you guys were cars, you guys went down the assembly line. You guys are like one VIN number apart from each other. All right? Maybe it was a Friday afternoon car. I don't know. Right? Auto industry joke. Somebody here, you or your person may work in the auto industry, either at the plants or car salesperson, something like that. But I'm telling you, they are actually, and hey, you love them, but straight up, non-biased, judgment-free zone. They had some work to do, right? I mean, they put you through a lot of stuff. They can't walk away from you either. They're sitting here, they're frustrated talking to somebody about this, being like, I can forget every other exes, right? Bonus points if your ears are popping like you're on an airplane, especially if you're not on an airplane, because the clarity, your ears are popping. They're clearing as they talk about you to somebody else. Five of Wands. I told you guys are both working on stuff. I'm literally getting like the same cards for you two even. It's like I'm just repeating this part of the reading again. It's like, okay, Cancer, I talked to you. You go hang tight over here. I'll go talk to Crosswatcher for a bit. And it's like, oh my God, you guys are going through the same stuff. Would you guys just get married and move forward already? Literally, the energies I see on you guys are married. All right. It's totally possible. It's totally possible for everything. It totally could be. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords into the Six of Pentacles. And for those of you that it could be a little bit of hypersexuality, I mean, hey, it's all cool. The thing on it is Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay, they tried to make you jealous by telling a lie. In order to hide the shame and the grief that they were feeling, okay, the fact that they did, like, okay, this is weird. Internally, they're telling me that they, like, didn't feel good enough for you. They're not saying it's how you carried yourself or anything. It's that they've gone through so much stuff in life. Like, notice how their parents might not even talk to them for some of them, Six of Cups. And that, like, they were so used to just people walking away, people hurting. And so it's like they self-sabotaged. They made up a third party, right? That kind of a vibe. I'm telling you what, for those of you that you guys aren't still living together under the same roof, they're couch crashing. Some of you guys, they're living in a car. Notice, right? They could be finding tarot readings where people are sitting in their cars instead of a table. I've tried to do that. The cards go all over the floor. It does not work without a table in front of me. You're right? And I got a Jeep. I got dashboard room. For some of you, somebody here drives a Jeep, not counting me, because I disconnect from the readings while I'm reading. That's why I'm Archer. Four of Wands into the Emperor. See, it's a twin flame returning in the Hierophant. This person's got marriage on their mind. Three of Pentacles. And it's their guardian angels that are doing it with the Three of Pentacles. Okay? This is wild on this one. Because they see you as a blessing that they have totally fumbled the ball with. They tried to like call your bluff and a Seven of Swords on a fake deception or a lie to either try to get your attention or make you jealous, and it backfired. It wound up setting off the crab claws, right? Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Four of Wands, the Emperor. This is a twin flame, a divine masculine, and no gender in tarot that's awakening and coming back in the Hierophant, Aries and Taurus energy. You might not know about it yet. You're probably sitting there thinking they haven't changed. They're still completely narcissistic. They're mind manipulators. They're just running their game. No, you shut them down. Whatever you shut them down. It's like Drop Dead Fred the movie, right? Bonus points if you've been being stalked by personalized license plates and seen a lot of personalized license plates on the road, because it's an imaginary friend. Whatever they were doing, either insulting your family or trying to say, oh, I'm flirting with other people. It's all phony in a $3 bill. Give me some clarifiers on this, because why in the world would somebody Seven of Swords, Five of Swords that way? Tell me more. Tell me more on this Five of Swords to the Seven of Swords. They always knew it, and they got all defensive if anyone ever tried to tell them or help them, and like it was their way or the highway. They just knew better. They were always right. The thing is, I feel like they've come to an end of blaming everyone else, including you, for their stuff, because for some reason, you're the one that caused them to start changing. Queen of Wands, third time's the charm, Violet Jessup with the Hermit. They are very heavy in healing energy. When I get to the Hermit confirming the Hermit with a Tower card, yeah, they're going through some serious life energy on the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, the Tower card, here's confirmation. The third party was fake. Ace of Wands, the Tower card. Their Ace of Wands chakra gets all kaputty right now. Their Ace of Wands chakra is all 6 and 7 because the only crab legs they want to butter is yours. The makeup boom boom's going to be epic. The makeup boom boom going to shake the house. Tower card. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Great. Now I have to do 10 Hail Marys. Okay. Seven of Cups reversed. See? And I reset all the energies. Every time I finish a reading, every one of these decks gets shuffled, even if I don't touch them. It's clearing the energy on the table. It's how I reset things. The Seven of Cups is reversed. No options. No Love Island card. Even God's going, all they did was really mess this up. and now they're regretting it. They're cheating on you with drop dead Fred, but then you're their imaginary friend, you're their muse, and it creates this whole vicious cycle loop, and they don't know what to do about it because they go all Ace of Wands, they want to buddy your crab legs, and the Tower comes in because for whatever reason they can't, but then they're still going to, and that's the thing with Seven of Cups reversed. There ain't nobody else that compares to you. Knight of Cups, they want to offer their heart to you. Hermit card on the Hermit. This is wild. This could be maybe they're detoxing or withdrawing from a substance and getting cleaned up. Could be in like a rehab or seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist, something like this. I'm telling you what, if you guys had never met, they probably wouldn't still be walking this earth anymore. And you might think they don't care, yet they're changing for you. And they have to unwind all these lies. Strong Virgo and Scorpio energy on this one. They're literally sitting on their side looking at me going, Archer, why did I make that up? Why did I make that stuff up? Why did I let that get to me? I really feel like whatever their vices was, it took over, and you really didn't know the person. You knew, because people, chosen ones, often will go through addictions and vices like that because it's how they combat and find a safe place to feel comfortable in the world until like the devil energy of the temptation takes over, whether it's sex, drugs, or rock and roll or whatever. And it winds up going into a self-destruct status. This person's putting themselves like through a lot though to change for you. You're going to be completely shocked. So you guys haven't talked in a minute. This ain't the type of thing. Even for those of you guys that you do still live together, they're doing it online, or they're telling you it's business meetings. They're watching YouTubes or Zoom stuff. It's weird with that Scorpio Virgo energy. They're sneaky, but they're actually sneaking on the healing. It's weird. Let me see the outcome, the direction it goes. It's kind of cool. Sorry for such a long reading, but this is like, it's heavy vibes. It's heavy vibes. I can't stop channeling the message. Sun card and the Seven of Cups. They're coming back. They don't have any more reasons or excuses with the Page of Cups to the Lovers. Did I not? My heart chakra just popped. Oh my gosh. I told you. Everything going on was written in your divine blueprint with the Lovers card. The choice that was originally made by your guys' souls when you incarnated into this lifetime was that they would go down this road, experience this. You would come into their life. You would be the change point where they actually cleaned. Like at your guys' wedding reception, I'm going to be hanging out with them, right? 3 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Y'all are going to be married. The blueprint shows it. And I'm seeing them and I'm talking to them at the wedding reception, right? Because y'all got to invite me to the wedding. And I give good gifts, and they're like, you see that you see that crab over there? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's the person that made me want to be a better person. I'm telling you what, it's a transition, it's a transformation. This timeline shift that started the time apart even has allowed you both to learn the lessons in order to not change your personalities, because you guys really do love each other for who you are. And everybody before you ruined you too, where you kept trying to think you had to be good and fit in and blend. Hey, help, what up? Hi. This is two people that wind up loving each other for each other and clearing out all the devil energy and getting back to who you two were originally before the worlds came into your lives for your whole life and changed you guys. It's a really wild transformation to change this whole dynamic and set the boundaries of how far you each will go before stopping in order to prevent this from ever happening again. It's a huge test in emotional intelligence and patience that I see you both passing with flying colors. Look at you guys. I love this for you. Cancer, claim this thing, because this is a whole transformation. There's no reading that's going to pull this ever. This is all in the new. We haven't experienced the energies we're in for about 165 years. The last time planets were the way they were, the Civil War was going on. Okay, none of us have a clue what's coming in, except after the Civil War, a lot of stuff got good. All right, you guys are beating the spiritual Civil War together and going forward from it. I love it for you. Cancer, please hype and like the reading and claim it down in the comments, even if you just want to leave an emoji to keep your private life private. That would be awesome. Love and appreciate you for it. And even though it ran over, I'm sorry, it's a long reading. I work for God. I'm not allowed to stop and say, hey, 20 minutes, God, that's it. God would find another speaker box really quick. All right, got to do what the boss tells me. But it is still Halloween. And so now at 3440, we are going to continue into the folklore of the urban legend of how Paul McCartney died in 1966 and was replaced by a look-alike. Flashlight on. It's time for the ghost stories. Whoa, we're hanging around a campfire making s'mores. All right. So, anyways, to pick up where we left off in Gemini yesterday, everything started with Aries. There are reoccurring themes that keep popping up throughout the photos. All right, and since your major arcana is the Chariot, we'll talk about the white car that's on the Abbey Road album. You know, that Beetle, all right, that's on the left side of the album cover behind George. For some reason, that white car becomes a reoccurring theme throughout the Beatles' story. It's not only there, especially with the license plate on the Abbey Road album cover, that's LMW28F. It translates, that's a code. It was a made up plate, right? That's the code for Linda McCartney Weeps, a little different than George Harrison's Guitar Gently Weeping, and 28F. Because remember, George and the Beatles were into that Middle Eastern mysticism, Maharishi stuff, right? So those practices believe that they count the time in the womb as your first year. Therefore, following that logic, Paul McCartney, if he had survived, he would have been 28 years in existence. All right. Then on the cover of the Sgt. Pepper album cover, you got on the doll that's sitting down on the right corner where it says "Welcome the Rolling Stones" on her shirt, there's a white bloody car. And then even in the videos, in the Strawberry Fields Forever music video, when they're lining up just before the first chorus starts, the "Let Me Take You Down," they're lining up and a white car on the road drives right into Paul's head, right through Paul's head is the scene clip. All right. So there's a few of those. Even in Magical Mystery Tour, there's a scene where cartoon Paul is sitting in a car, right? I think it's on like page 9 or something. And he's got a big crack drawn in his head, along with the hands over his head. That appears everywhere, right? In the Sgt. Pepper cover, there's a hand over his head. Magical Mystery Tour, there's a group photo, there's hands over Paul's head. That's another Eastern symbolism for death. Even in like Catholic or more Western religions, it's the priest giving last rites with the hands over the head. All the way up, this didn't just end when the Beatles broke up. For those of you of the generation that knows what Beatles Rock Band was all about, in the opening credits, okay, at the scene where they're getting off the airplane, it's right around the time that Paperback Writer starts. Interesting. But the Beatles, digital animated Beatles, are getting off of an airplane. And as John waves, the hand goes up right over Paul's head. And that's in Beatles Rock Band, right? So that's something else that carried on. And then even when you go into the White Album, there's a fold-out poster that came with the White Album. In it, there's a picture of younger Paul in a leather jacket dancing, and there's ghostly hands reaching out to grab him right around the waist, right? And that's where the first biggest clue shows up, because if you scroll through that poster, there's a photo of someone that looks kind of like Paul, except they got a mustache, glasses, and their hair slicked back. It's the photo of William Campbell before the alterations to make him look more Paul-like. So this stuff has been following along the whole way through, all right? We'll talk more about it, getting into Magical Mystery Tour and Yellow Submarine in Leo and Virgo, but that's later on. I've kept you guys long enough. So remember, this will resonate to any placement of Cancer in your chart. And until next time, I love you and peace and love. Happy Halloween. Ho, ho, ho. One ghost story. Ho, ho,